Hey everybody, welcome back to Cinematically Late, the series that is dedicated to movies that have been released that I have missed for whatever reason. This can be any movie from the past, whether it be old or just something recent that I didn't get to see in theaters. Now with this whole COVID-19 that's going on and impacting the entire world, theaters aren't open, so now I get a chance to watch them either by access of video on demand or various other means. So this series is dedicated to that, so welcome if you have not checked out this series so far. There is a playlist on my channel linked up in the corner as well as below. Welcome. Super excited that you're here. While you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe as well. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get on to the fun stuff and talk about a movie. So today we are talking about A Simple Favor. Now this one has been released on Amazon Prime, which is where I got to see it. I think it's on a couple of other platforms as well, if I'm not wrong. But it's an okay movie. I wouldn't say it's like mind-blowingly good, but it was kind of interesting. If you watched my channel before, you know that I like mysteries. This had a mystery element to it, which was kind of fun. But I think there are other movies that did do it better. But before we get into that, let's talk about some of the good things that I liked about this movie, starting with point number one, which is going to be that it was just intriguing overall. I like the fact that this was female driven, that there wasn't like this male element to it. I mean, there was, but not in the foreground. It was very much about this relationship between these two women, Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. And I felt like their overall storyline was a lot better than what other murder mysteries, things like that, are about. So if you don't know what the story of the movie is, it's basically that one of them goes missing. Blake Lively's character goes missing. Anna Kendrick kind of investigates it. That's kind of the most basic version of it, but it's still a lot of fun. Which leads me into point number two, is that Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively are absolutely amazing. Their acting in this movie is great. Their chemistry, their on-screen chemistry is like friends, girlfriends. This sort of dynamic between them and their different backgrounds is actually really, really good. I like that a lot. I like Anna Kendrick a lot in Pitch Perfect. She's not amazing in everything. Blake Lively, I've seen a few things of hers, not a lot, but their chemistry together was pretty amazing overall. Point number three, which I think I kind of said before, is that this was kind of a fun mystery. It does have some intriguing elements to it, different twists and turns that are taken. There's one point where you're literally saying WTF, which I did, definitely for sure. I didn't really like the social media aspect of it, in terms of like her following, gaining more followings, more subscribers, I guess, as she was going along. But I guess in a clickbaity sort of way, it sort of makes sense. But it was still fun and intriguing in finding out what happened to her and the different twists and turns that this story takes overall. I think was a pretty fun aspect and fun mystery to go through. The biggest thing is that those twists that I mentioned, even though they're there, it's kind of like also from a mile away. It doesn't really feel, this is point number four by the way, that the twists aren't very twisty. Like, yes, something happens and, you know, they try and make it even more intriguing, but just like the overall elements of it just felt very reminiscent of other things, like a Gone Girl. I feel like Gone Girl just did it better than what this movie did. Maybe it's just because I saw that first. Even though this was female driven and obviously not as romantic as like a Gone Girl was, and that element and husband-wife relationship, and they were just sort of friends. I felt like that one just did the story better. I actually read the book of Gone Girl before seeing the movie, which kept me, it was a page turner for sure. There are definitely parts of it that I could not put down. This one I felt like, you know, it was sort of a casual watch. Didn't feel like I was on the edge of my seat too much. There was maybe one or two moments that it was a little bit more palpable in terms of like cutting the tension with the knife. But realistically, it was just an okay casual watch. I wouldn't say rush out to watch it. It's been out for I don't even know how many years now, that I'm just now getting to it. But it's definitely worth a watch. I like that Paul Feig, who does a lot of female-driven stuff, directed it and probably wrote it, because he's done like Bridesmaids and a lot of female-driven movies, which I think is great in terms of representation. I feel like sometimes that he's the only one doing that, so I would like to see other people's perspective of that. But who knows, down the line, there's probably going to be some more of those heavily female-driven movies, not just from Paul Feig, and have that sort of romantic comedy aspect to it. but that's really my only downer. It's still worth a watch, but it's not necessarily you have to rush out and watch it. But really, those are my thoughts on A Simple Favor. Good, but not great. Not mind-blowing, but I still recommend checking it out. If you guys have seen the movie, make sure you let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. While you're down there, like I mentioned before, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, as well as you share these videos with your friends, your neighbors, your family members. Send it through email because of this whole COVID-19 thing. We don't need to be spreading more of it. Should be practicing social distancing. So spread it through social media or whatever it is you want to do. But other than that, those are my thoughts on A Simple Favor. Thank you guys so much for watching and checking out yet another episode of Cinematically Late. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.